You guys already get a lot, but
another good question from RG. What's the best way to notice your opponent's tendencies, especially on when you want to adapt your defense to their tendencies? So you're playing D. I come out first drive of the game. I do a couple plays. What are you then looking for? What are you adapting to? Like, what are your thoughts? What go through your head?
It's a great question. It's the obvious answer for me is what has worked for them. People are going to go back to what's worked. So if you get killed by 15 yards by a play, remember what formation they were in when you got killed by 15 yards. Remember what route killed you for 15 yards. And next time you see that formation in a passing situation, they're probably going to want to attack it because they've had success with it before. So for me, it's really about adjusting. The adjustment really comes from, what they've beaten me with already. And then there's other things I have in the back of my head where, like, if you're playing someone that's in strong close, like right away, you don't need to know your opponent's tendency. You should just know the formation's tendency. Like the formation's tendency for strong close is going to be they're going to try to toss you, they're going to try to run wide trail, or they're going to run the quick out route. And as soon as you see that formation, if you're mentally prepared for that stuff, it's really going to help. So there's two things. It's knowing the formation and the formation's tendencies. For split close, it would be like halfback wheel.
Yep.
And then also remembering when your opponent beats you with something, remembering the formation and the route that they beat you with on that, and then trying to take that away next time that comes up. One last thing I'll sneak in there too. I've been doing this for years. It's kind of scum, but what you'll do is once you got them in that tendency, like say that corner route's coming, right? And out of, let's say, halfback wheel out of split close, and that they've beaten you for the corner route. If I'm lurking, sometimes I'll even take my initial step away from the route that
I forgot.
You literally bluff, you got me with it again, and then you take that initial step, you just bite hard, and usually, like I said, users aren't that good. Like it's hard to be a really good quarterback. So as soon as they see that, and their mind's made up because everything's happening so quick, that's worked for me so many times. Like I bluff. Like I messed up the lurk, and then you just go and really commit hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm aligned with the RG. I think that I think the first third down in the game is very telling. I think there's different types of third downs. So like if it's a 3rd and 1 situation, you have to this is talking about the very first few third downs in the game for your opponent. It's 3rd and 1. What play do they go to try and convert and get the first down? Because that's going to be the play they go back to later in the game. Maybe that situation doesn't come up again, but you have to remember, what did they go to try and convert? And that's the play they're going to go back to. If it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, okay, remember, what play did they go to on their very first third down? That's the play they feel most comfortable in, because you need to come out and start a game with your best foot forward. You need to score. You need to put some points on the board, put pressure on. So usually what you get from someone's first drive is usually the best stuff they have. So remember those first third downs. Remember what they do. Remember what they go to. And as RG was saying, you got to know the nation's offense. You got to know, okay, what do people do out of the most popular formations? This is something that we've talked about for years and years. You have to know the meta of the game. What do people do from basic formations in the game? And then from there, you can kind of decipher what you can expect or anticipate, and that gives you a one-step advantage to eventually stop your opponent.
Nice. Once again, it is Halloween edition. S. Gibbs dressed up as a sack lunch sandwich. I'm a mental pretzel, and we have RG here in the building.